This is StreetGangs.com, SGTV in New Orleans. Came out here for the one-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, and I had an opportunity to catch up with Mayor Ray Nagin and ask him some questions about the Chocolate City.
Good afternoon, everyone. He reads pretty good. So I am happy to be here along with Councilman Oliver Thomas, the president of the New Orleans City Council, to be part of this grand opening. This is another great day in the city of New Orleans, and I want to thank Manny and Mark for this incredible investment that they have made. You've heard the stats. This is a $50 million project, 108 apartments. We have been working very hard over the years to try and change the image of downtown, to foster and facilitate as best we can a different type of mix, a living mix, where people can come downtown and live, and where we have buildings that are converted into spaces that make this one of the most livable downtowns in the United States and in the world. Thank God we're starting to see some progress there. It's nice to have go-zone tax credits and all these incentives that kind of help these developments. But it took some pioneers. It took some people to really step forward, and that's where Mark and Manny come in. They took the lead, they got the project done, and now they're ready to make a lot of money. So I am, you hope, huh? So I am excited about this. I'm excited about the prospects for New Orleans. We now have entered a different phase. A phase, hopefully, where we've gone through a psychological barrier on yesterday, and a phase now where we can all start to look up and hold our heads up and start to celebrate our successes and build upon those successes. So thank you, everyone, for coming out today. Thank you, Manny and Mark, for your investment. Thank you, Jimmy, for what you've been doing, and for the Downtown Development District, all the great work that they've been doing. You haven't seen anything yet. This town is getting ready to catch on fire like Tabasco hot fire. So I am excited. Let the games begin, and let the apartment renting begin. God bless you. Thank
you. It's been a year later. There's obvious massive reconstruction all over the city. Are you satisfied with where New Orleans is at 1 year later?
Well, I'm not satisfied, but you know, as we were projecting, we're a little ahead of projections on the amount of people that are back and the number of permits that we've issued. So the activity is starting to pick up, and we feel good about the trends.
I went through the lower Ninth Ward today. It looks like a majority of those houses are not livable. There are a few scattered that it looks like livable because you see trailers there.
Right.
What's the long-term plan for, I guess, the majority of the empty lots and houses not livable in the lower Ninth?
Well, you know, those are homeowners, so they're going to have to make a decision on exactly whether they're going to take the road home money that is the option to sell their property, or whether they're going to rebuild. We've opened up most of the lower Ninth, or at least half of it, from Claiborne to the river, which is the high side. The low side, we're still working to get utilities. So that's the big question mark here.
Last question. You're probably one of the few mayors that actually know the president, George Bush. He came into town yesterday, a couple days ago, saw you shake his hand. What's that relationship like, being one of the few mayors that actually knows the president of the United States?
Well, you know, I think Katrina kind of fostered that and forced it because we were dealing with this huge natural disaster. Over time, we didn't necessarily see eye to eye, but the more we interacted, the more I looked in the eye and said, here's what I need. He's been moving forward to provide the resources. Is it quick enough? Probably not. But at least the resources are moving from the feds to the state, and hopefully they'll get this.